attention over the weekend. All of a sudden, I started getting a lot of texts, and they were saying things like, Team USA is losing by 14 points at halftime to South Sudan. This was a 1-point game with 8 seconds left. They needed LeBron James to do this. LeBron taking it to the hole at the very finish winds up giving the Team USA the 1-point lead, and then they had to hang on through this last play here. A reasonably good opportunity at the rim that just doesn't go. And so Team USA escapes a game in which they were favored by 40. Here was LeBron.
To be honest, I like those ones better than the blowouts. At least we get tested. I like getting tested, man. You put the clothes on. I like being tested. Those are the best ones.
All right, Windy is traveling with this thing with us here, so he's at all these games, and he's been at as many international games as anyone you know, so you have what happened on Saturday? I think a lot of basketball fans who don't know much about this are saying, how in the world did we come that close to losing to South Sudan?
Well, the Team USA obviously didn't come out with a very good mindset. Their defense in the first half of this game was really substandard, and it allowed South Sudan to get driving kicks. Now, they are a new country, and they are playing in the Olympics for the first time, but they have NBA-level players. They have guys who've been in the NBA in the last couple of years. Team USA lost to Nigeria, the African representative, in the 2021 Olympic run-up, so this is not unheard of. But this team was so impressive against Serbia, Greeny, a couple of days ago in Abu Dhabi. This did come as a surprise. So you had South Sudan hitting 7 of the first 14 three-pointers. So they make 7 three-pointers in the first half. Team USA goes 1 of 13 on three-pointers in the first half. That was why they got down by 16 points. But something I want to point out, and you can focus on whether the 40-point spread was insane, because I think it was. At the Olympic level, there is no 40-point games. That doesn't happen in 2024. But at the end of this game, when the pressure was on, the ball was in LeBron James' hand. For all these young guys, for this is Tatum or Anthony Edwards' time, or even Anthony Davis, who's been the MVP of this team, the ball was in LeBron James' hands. Steve Kerr got the grease board up and said, number 6, get us out of this embarrassment, and he did. And I think that could be important when you're playing the games with stakes in the coming days. That's right. The U.S. plays Germany today, if I'm not mistaken, and then on we go to the Olympics. And that's when the whole country will start paying attention, Windy. So for you who've been there documenting, and I will ask you the most general question I can, does the team look to you like it is where it needs to be in order to accomplish the only acceptable outcome from this, which is a gold medal? Well, they did. They did before Saturday night. But I will say this. Between 2007 and 2019, Team USA didn't lose. They won 74 consecutive games. Since 2019, they've lost 9 times to 7 different countries. It was almost 10th time into 8 different countries. They can be beaten. That said, this team is way ahead of the 2021 team at this same point. In 2021, leading up to the Tokyo Olympics, they lost several times in the exhibition games. This team, when they've been at their best, has looked very good, and I cannot say enough how great Anthony Davis looks. Anthony Davis has been the best player on this team, an absolute beast on the defensive end. At the big man position, which is where Team USA needs it, I think they're in good position. Let's see how they bounce back tonight with what I'm sure will be better focus. By the way, right before I came on the air, I was given some news that I will let you share. LeBron James is one of the most decorated athletes in the history of the United States, but he has now received something that I think some might argue could even be the greatest honor of his career. He will be the flag bearer for the Team USA Olympic delegation Friday on the River Seine in Paris at the opening ceremonies. He was voted to this honor by his fellow American Olympians. He was nominated for the honor by Steph Curry, who did a little campaign for him. The rest of the Olympians voted him as that honor. There will be also a female flag bearer, which will be announced tomorrow. But he's the first male basketball player in American history to get this honor, and about to enter his 4th Olympics. Actually, first Olympics was 20 years ago this summer, Greeny, in Athens. He's trying for his 4th medal and his 3rd gold. Listen, I don't care how much you've accomplished, and he's accomplished just about everything. You get to carry the flag
into the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. That is something special. In the meantime, Windy, we've put together something for you, and we're going to call this the Ballad of Windy's Luggage. So Windy, as you might have heard last week, his luggage didn't make it with him to Abu Dhabi. Here's where Windy's luggage has been. It started in Omaha, Nebraska, went to Dallas. That was 587 miles. It stayed there for 5 days. Then it went to London. That was 4,700 miles. Then from London to Dubai, that was about 3,400 miles. Then back to London. So your luggage so far, Windy, has traveled 12,131 miles. So literally halfway around planet Earth. How's that working out for you at this point? Because I know you were without it for quite a few days.
Let me just say that when your bags sit, when your clothes all folded up for 5 days in the Texas heat, they don't arrive to you in the best condition. So we're still digging out of that problem. But I'm happy to report that my golf clubs made it the whole way, Greeny. They were right on time, and that wasn't slowed down at all. You can buy golf clothes, and I did.
Okay, very well done. We are delighted you have your clothing, and personally, I'm much more delighted that you had your golf clubs. Outstanding work as always. We'll check in with you a little bit later.